a shit show this past weekend for Borussia Dortmund after a heavy loss to rivals Bayern Leverkusen. But can anyone really stop the Giants? Bayern München? We'll take a little look next. Another prediction video today. We look forward to match number 22 over in the Bundesliga, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscriber to keep banging up to date with all things Bundesliga related, Blaven Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one Ruski, Bayern 100-1 on to win the title over in the Bundesliga, despite having only 9 points clearance at the top of the table. Of course, they could still chuck it away, but realistically, they're not going to do it, are they? Of course. But what about the chasing pack? Who's going to, of course, build their hopes for Champions League? We've got the likes of Union Berlin sitting in the 4th spot right now. Of course, big chance for them to boost their chances in the competition. Anyway, kick it off forward, take a look at it, all of it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs, the Patreons, guys. Thank you for your love behind the scenes. But anyway, we're going to jump to the deep end, of course, and revisit the results from last weekend. Of course, look forward to the next weekend, of course, starting with this one, of course. Bit of a zinger chicken dinner here. Of course, it was Bayern against Leipzig. Goals galore it was, 5 in it, 3-2 in the end for Bayern. Of course, monstrous win for them. Meanwhile, Stuttgart, also goals galore in this game, 3-2 win for Frankie on the road. Dortmund, 7 goals in this patch. They lost though 5-2 at home. Of course, big win for Leverkusen to move closer up to 3rd spot for them. Dortmund remain in 2nd. Augsburg, 2-0 winners of Union Berlin, of course, remain in 4th spot. Of course, Augsburg doing all right. Are they doing all right? They're not doing all right. They're actually in the relegation spot right now. Meanwhile, Bielefeld picked up a monstrous point against Gladbach. Shit show there. Köln picked up a 1-0 win over Freiburg as well. 1-0 win for them. Mainz, 2-0 winners over Hoffenheim. I went the other way. And Hertha Berlin with a 1-1 draw against Bochum. I went with a 2-2 draw myself. And Wolfsburg got a monstrous win for them, 4-1 win for them to move up to 12th in the table as well. Of course, kicking off for us, take a look at the table right here, right now. Bayern picking up 52 points right here, right now. Dortmund with the 43, of course, Leverkusen in 3rd, 38, and Union Berlin into 4th. But of course, you can't rule out Freiburg, you can't rule out Köln, and you probably still can't rule out Leipzig in the end. Down the foot of the table, got the first Stuttgart going down, Augsburg in a bit of trouble as well. Gladbach, what on earth's gone wrong with Gladbach? Of course, we don't like to see that. Let's take a look at, of course, the Prediction League this week. Here you go, take a bloody bow. Kevin and Funny77, well done to you guys. Kicking ass and taking names, and also a big shout out to my patrons there for, of course, lighting up the show. Well done to you guys. Of course, without you guys, this place would be terrible. With it. I do appreciate the love and the support that you showed me and the channel behind the scenes. Without you guys, of course, I would feel undervalued. So a big shout out to you guys, and you are, of course, the heartbeat of the channel. Kicking off forward, though, take a look at the mini leaderboard. We have 3-way tie for the second half of the season. It's Shepherd leading the charge, alongside with Vinny Hong and Deep at the Great. They're, of course, top bins, and of course, the chasing packet as well. And of course, the patrons do get access to the master leaderboard, so they can tell who's actually kicking ass and taking names. So that's another reason to get involved. I don't know what this is all about. That's a Brucey bonus. That was going to reveal nothing. So don't get it. Don't slow it down. Play it back. It means nothing. I think it was the old leaderboard as I refreshed it. Anyway, let's get going. Of course, the next round of matches. Of course, we can't rest here. It's match day number 22 over in the Bundesliga. Yeah, Cafe Haag. It'll be Bochum taking on Bayern, of course, on Saturday, the February the 12th. That's right. Played each other 31 times in 1992. 1 for Bochum, 23 wins for Bayern, of course, 7 draws, of course. Bochum coming to this 1 win in the past 5 for them, 50% form, biggest Bayern side. Just 1 loss in the past 6, 83% form as well. Of course, on the horizon, they're going to be thinking about Champions League. That's going to be coming back as well the following week. Meanwhile, last time there was a 2-1 win for Bayern in Bochum. That was back in the DFB Pokal back in October 2019. The reverse fixture, though, for this game, back in, of course, Bayern in the Allianz Arena, was a 7-0 win for Bayern way back in September. Bochum picking up a draw against Hertha Berlin. Bayern picking up a 3-2 win over Leipzig last time around. Coming at you, though, looking at the odds for this one, Bochum 11-1 for the Richie Federer one on is your Bayern. Of course, 6-1 is your bloody draw. Of course, we're going to go with the away side here, 2-0 win. Should be a plain Jane away win here. Kicking off forward to be Union Berlin up against Dortmund. Now, this is a tricky one, of course, on Sunday, February the 13th. Now, these two sides played each other according to my eyes 9 times 2006, 2 wins for Union Berlin, 7 wins for Dortmund, and 0 draws. Just 1 defeat, though, in the past 6 games for Union Berlin, 67% form up against the Dortmund side. Just won once in the past 3. In fact, 1-3, lost 3 of the last 6, 50% form for them right now. In fact, the away side heading into this one hasn't won in the last 6 games, of course, so it'll favour Union Berlin. Of course, last time played in Union Berlin was a 2-1 win for Union Berlin back in December 2020. They, of course, Dortmund did beat Union Berlin in the reverse fixture back in September. It was a 4-2 win as well. Dortmund coming into this back at a 7-goal thriller against Leverkusen, unfortunately on the receiving end of a 5-2 loss. Union Berlin picking up a 2-0 loss also against Union Berlin, and back-to-back games though without scoring a goal as well. That's a friendly, so it doesn't really count. Anyway, look at the odds though for this one then, shall we? We have 14-5 is Union Berlin, 20-17 on is your Dortmund, of course 5-2 is your draw. I'm going to go with a win for Dortmund here, albeit I don't really. It's a little bit iffy. It could go either way. It could be a draw. It could go. I'm just. Dortmund need a response after that big loss against Leverkusen. But ultimately, Union Berlin will give them a game, and it could go the other way. So bear that in mind. Frankie, they're going to be taking on Wolfsburg, of course. Contrasting seasons, you think, on this one. Pleasure the 43 times at 96. 8 was for Frankie, 21 wins for Wolfsburg, and 14 draws. Just one defeat the past 4 games for Frankie. 58% form against the Wolfsburg side. I just won once in the past 4 for them. 42% form as well. Last time, pleasure, of course, over in Frankie. It was a 4-3 win for Frankfurt back in April 2021. That was last season. The reverse fixture back in Wolfsburg this season, back in September, was a 1-1 draw as well. Frankie picked up a 3-2 win over Stuttgart. Wolfsburg picked up a 4-1 win over Greuther Fürth as well. Of course, Wolfsburg in 12th, Frankie in 9th. So it's a bit of a mid-table crunch clash. Anyway, of course, look at the odds for this one then. Frankie 11-10 for the victory, 11-5 is your Wolfsburg, 13-5 is your draw. I'm going to go with Frankfurt to take the home win, 2-1 win for them. And of course, Wolfsburg's bit of a mid-table obscurity season will continue for another week. Kicking off forward to be Leverkusen. They were taking on Stuttgart, of course. Leverkusen doing very, very well up in the top end of the table. Of course, Stuttgart not doing too great themselves. 57 times they played since 1992, 36 wins for Leverkusen, 11 wins for Stuttgart, and 10 draws. Of course, Leverkusen just won defeat the past 6 for them, 67% form up against the Stuttgart side, have just won once, and the past 6 for them, 25% form as well. Coming at you last time in Leverkusen was a 5-2 win for Leverkusen. That was back in February 2021. The reverse fixture back in Stuttgart was a 3-1 win for Leverkusen back in the opening part of the season. Of course, Leverkusen likes scoring goals, and of course, they've actually scored 12 goals in the last 3 matches. In fact, scored 10 goals in the last 2. Of course, 5-1 win over Augsburg and a 5-2 win over Dortmund heading into this one. Stuttgart, though, losing to a 3-2 loss to Frankie heading into this one. Look at the odds for this one then. We have Leverkusen 29 on for the victory, 7-2 is your draw, 6-1 is your away win. That is Stuttgart on this. 3-1 win for the host here, another goals galore, and of course, keep up the dream for Champions League as well. Kicking off will be Freiburg, and they'll be taking on Mainz, that's right, of course, over in Freiburg. Of course, now these two sides have played each other going to minus 40 times since 1997, 30 wins for Freiburg, 60 wins for Mainz, and 11 draws. Freiburg, though, 1-2 lost to the last 4, 58% form. Of course, Mainz though coming to this, just 1 win and 4 for them, 33% form over the last 6. Last celebration though, of course, in Freiburg, it was a 3-1 win for Mainz. That was back in November 2020. Of course, that was last season. However, the reverse fixture this season was a 0-0 draw in Mainz back in September. Mainz picked up a 2-0 win over Hoffenheim. Meanwhile, Freiburg coming to this on the 1-0 loss over Köln, of course. Look at the odds for this one, quite tight. This one could go either way. 11-10 is your Freiburg, 5-2 is your Mainz, and 9-4 is your draw. Freiburg, of course, doing well. I'm going to go with a point myself, right down the middle. Cannot separate two sides for me. Anyway, Gladbach taking on Augsburg. Must win, you'd think, for Gladbach, of course, over at the Borussia Park. Played 24 times since 2007. 9 was the Gladbach, 7 was the Augsburg, and 8 draws. Just 1 win and 6 though for Gladbach right now. 33% form up against the Augsburg side. Also just 1 win and 6. 42% form for them as well. However, just 1 defeat the past 4 for them. Coming out to last time played and Gladbach was back in November 2020. Of course, Augsburg picked up a 1 win in the reverse fixture this season back in September. Gladbach did draw with Bielefeld last time around. Augsburg picked up a 2 win over Union Berlin as well last time around. Look at the odds for this one. It's 13-8 on is your Borussia. Mönchengladbach. This one 16-5 is your draw. 4-1 is your away win. That is Augsburg. Going to go with Gladbach. Got to get a win. We've got to get a win. It's just too bloody long. Too long into the teeth. Kicking off for though is Greuther Fürth against Hertha Berlin. That's right, over in Greuther Fürth. Now these two sides, of course, played each other 33 times since 2010, and of course they've all ended up as a result going in favour of Hertha Berlin. However, Greuther Fürth coming to this just 1 defeat in the past 5 for them, 42% form up against Hertha Berlin, so just 1 win and 6 for them, 33% form as well. Last time played each other, of course, in Greuther Fürth was a 2-0 win for Hertha. That was back in March 2011 in the SpVgg Bundesliga. Greuther Fürth coming to this on the back of a 4-1 loss against Wolfsburg. Hertha Berlin picking up a 1-1 draw against Bochum last time around. Look at the odds for this one then, shall we? What have we got on this one? We have Greuther Fürth 11-5 for the victory, 5-4 is your Hertha Berlin, 23-10 is your. I'm backing the Greuther Fürth. I've been backing them quite extensively since the turn of the year, and I'm going to back them here with a 1-0 win for them over Hertha Berlin. I just think they've been they've given themselves a bit of hope. I still think they're down. They are the weakest team in this division, but I think they'll get a result here against Hertha Berlin in the end. 1-0 win for them in the end. Hoffenheim taking on Arminia Bielefeld on Sunday, February the 13th. Now these two sides, of course, played the 5 times, 2008, 2 wins for Hoffenheim, nothing for Bielefeld, and 3 draws. Just 1 win and 6 for Hoffenheim right now, 25% form up against the Bielefeld side, who are unbeaten the last 6, of course, 75% form right now. Coming at ya, last time around over in Hoffenheim was a 0-0 draw back in January 2021. The reverse fixture back in Bielefeld back in September this season was a 0-0 draw as well. So for the last 3 between these two sides have all ended up all square. In fact, though, Bielefeld haven't won of course, the last 5. Of course, Bielefeld picking up a draw against Gladbach last round. Hoffenheim did lose to Mainz last round, and it's been back-to-back defeats for them. 4 defeats in the bounce for Hoffenheim. Coming at you, though, the odds for this one, Hoffenheim coming at you. Where are we? We have 2-1 on is your Hoffenheim, 5-1 is your Bielefeld, 7-2 is your draw. This, I think I have backed Hoffenheim on this one, but if you are a betting man, you've got some good odds here on Bielefeld, who are unbeaten in the last 6. Hoffenheim won and lost 4 in the bout. So 4, your form gives you a bit of beef. So if I was a bit of a betting man, which I'm not, I'll put a couple of quid on Bielefeld to win this game. Kicking off forward would be RB Leipzig, of course, wrapping up against Köln, who are flying high this season. Of course, this actually kicks off the weekend on February the 11th. That's Friday. Freitag night. Of course, players of the 9 times 2016, 4 for Freiburg, 2 for Köln, and 3 draws, of course. Freiburg just 1 defeat past 5 for them, 67% form up against the Köln side of just won once in the past 5 for them, 50% form as well. Last time players, of course, in Leipzig was a 0-0 draw back in, of course, December 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, back in Köln this season was also a draw, 1-1 in the end. However, the last 3, Köln have actually picked up, are unbeaten against Leipzig over the last 3, both home and away as well. Leipzig did lose to Bayern, of course. Köln picked up a 1-0 over Freiburg last round. The odds, though, for this one, 29 on is your Leipzig, 50-4 is your draw, 5-1 is your away win. That is, of course, Köln on this one. Going to go with a win for Leipzig here, 3-1 win in the end to give themselves a monstrous boost. Kicking it forward to push for Champions League. That's, of course, my take on it. Be sure to get your own take. Cut for Bundesliga. Of course, I'll see what you got as well. And also, if you think you are a Bundesliga expert, that's Bundesliga 1, Bundesliga 2, let me know down below. Of course, I'm trying to get a hold of content creators, budding content creators, guys who want to get into the art of creating videos. Of course, you could start right here, get yourselves a little bit of community, get in the swing of things. Of course, keep my channel moving in the right direction, but also build your own little mini community at the same time. And then when you're ready to fly on the pastures new, of course, you'll have built yourself a nice little community here without having the threshold of 0 subscribers, 0 this, 0 that. So this could be you scratch my back, I scratch your back, and of course we'll have a nice little partnership in the meantime. But until then, guys, let me know if you're interested in that. Also, be sure to give the video some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, get the down. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Facebook, and also on Patreon if you want to support channel in another way. But until then, boys, we're done for now.